Yeah, I mean, that looks great. So Big Me, they can be hit or miss, but one device that I've definitely recommended has been the Big Me HiBreak Pro. I tried the HiBreak Colour and it was quite good. I tried the HiBreak Pro. It actually managed to replace my smartphone, which was liberating. And I would have carried on using it had I not then gone and started testing the Boox Palma with a SIM card. And this is the black and white version that I've been testing as a beta tester, but Boox themselves are going to bring a Colour Palma with a SIM card. But that won't be a full smartphone like this is. The HiBreak Pro was really quite good, and I have a lot of feedback from my audience of people who have managed to use that as their daily driver smartphone. And so the HiBreak Pro Colour, it ticks a lot of the boxes. Now, whether truly that's ever going to replace a full smartphone, a foldable, I don't know. We'll see, time will tell on that one. But certainly I've been enjoying having a mobile e-ink phone-sized device with connectivity and my full phone. But Big Me, sometimes there's a lack of polish in their user experience. But the one place that they really got it right, and I think they were really committed to updating things, was on the HiBreak Pro. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. But the older Colour screen was a much lower resolution, and this time I think we've got a higher resolution screen here. Yeah, I can tell straight away that we do. Now, one frustration, for instance, I've just tried there to log in to my Big Me account and it just didn't let me. Let's see if I can do it here. Perhaps I wasn't on the right server. Yes, now I'm in, now that I could choose the US server. So it really is a very similar device here to the HiBreak Pro, but just with the Colour screen on top. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's got all the key ingredients. It does have NFC, it does have a fingerprint reader. I really like that it's got 2 buttons on either side and that you can map those. So generally I leave these 2 as volume and then I use these 2 as page turns. And I do really like the experience of having a handheld reader. Let's really quickly go into the web and just see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks great. They really did get this right. I am a big fan of this. That's nice, crisp, clear e-ink. They have improved things, but just in that same way, I've just unboxed the Big Me F7 photo frame, something that I was really looking forward to getting to know, and I just couldn't actually get onto my Wi-Fi. Really frustrating. The fact that it wouldn't log into my existing Big Me account until I'd got into the main part of the settings, it's just frustrations that just put people off. There was a joke I heard somebody saying at the trade fair IFA recently. They said, well, the joke is that people call this company Bug Me because good hardware, all the right things in the right places, it seems, until you start to use the software and it is kind of full of bugs. So I'm going to just take my time. I'm going to go ahead and get myself into Google Play and everything like that and put my SIM card in. Well, I'll certainly do that straight away. And in the Palma, you don't just have a SIM card, you also have the option of a SD card there as well, which some people absolutely love. I don't think you had that on the HiBreak Pro, but you did have 256 gigabytes of storage. Now, they've put, I think that's a microphone hole very close to the SIM card tray. You're playing a dangerous game there, Big Me. Yeah, so it can be, it seems, dual SIM. And there we are, straight away got my network. 5G connectivity, brilliant. So yeah, I'll get signed into Google Play. I'll have a little dot about. The screen's looking really good, to be honest. Let's have a look at the e-ink center. There it is. Modes that we're used to now with Big Me. Comes with a carry case and you get a USB A to C and a SIM card removal tool in the box. So there we are, and it's got, of course, the fingerprint reader, which is incredibly useful, I think. And it's just downloading my most used apps straight away. It's really the experience that you'd expect from getting a new smartphone. Pretty darn good so far. Let's have a look then. I know that this Kindle, yeah, see, I prefer the bottom navigation bar and I tend to have this one. I think. Yeah, which has all of the ink, refresh, home, e-ink center, just quickly access there at any time. I like that. They did say that they've improved the Google Wallet experience as well in the recent updates, so that's good. And what I really liked about the HiBreak Colour that I had and the HiBreak Pro was just reading one-handed on Kindle, and especially in guided mode with graphic novels. So if we download this one, you can see it's telling us about guided mode. And I'll need to fonts. Yeah, turn pages with your volume controls. So you enable that in fonts and then layout. And now you have a really nice experience of reading graphic novels, just one-handed like this, scanning through. I mean, I think that looks great. Immediately, I'm not seeing a lot of ghosting at all. I'm just seeing really nice, clear e-ink. I'm seeing really smooth animations. A little bit of flicker there. Let's have a little look what settings we're in. Let's pop it into comic and see if that's perfect straight away. Yeah, you see it's doing a deeper refresh now. So now I would turn off the page animations. That's good, that's nice. That's not a really intrusive flash, that's a very quick flash. And actually I think you'll get away with less than that. So if I go to custom, and if I go refresh, leave it on fast, with the auto clean and the anti-shake, I think I'll have gotten rid of all of that. Yeah, I mean, that looks great. That's perfect. That's delightful. I had fully cold lights on there. Let's just go lights right off. Doesn't look too bad either. Find some nice sunlight, sit there, your phone in your hand, reading rather than being distracted. I always think, yeah, as long as you're distracted by reading, you're okay really, aren't you? And what you're likely to have is that kind of balance, yeah, somewhere about there. And then you're generally gonna have a good time in whichever app you're in. Let's go back to a website. I'm gonna go on to extreme mode just to see what we can really get out of it. I've got to go custom first. And that's nice. A quick video.
Is that right? Yeah. And we're going to talk you through how to...
I don't know why it's automatically rotated there.
Is that right?
And there's a quirk of the browser. Let's see if we want to see a video, let's go to YouTube. And I do think side by side, the HiBreak Pro, the color is going to make more sense if you do want to rely on this as your phone rather than just your portable e-reader that has some mobile connectivity.
So I'm heading somewhere where I hope is going to be a haven of relative calm in all this. And they seem to have a new announcement that
it's impressive.
I didn't actually know about, so that's going to be fascinating to see if I
Custom,
can get that
put
on
it
camera
onto
for you.
extreme.
It's like I found the right place.
That looks really good.
And they're speaking with the folks here, and of course the Palma is their big in for people. It's their best-selling device probably, and that's getting people into the idea of books. And because
this is fascinating. It's fascinating to me. With Boox, that video is about them announcing a color Palma with Remarkable bringing their mobile-sized e-note taker. This is a fascinating device, and honestly, straight away, because I hope that I can spend time with only this device in my pocket, leaving my phone at home, and this being my phone, and this allowing me to do all the phone things, including pay for things, banking, all the work that I do, managing my YouTube channel on here. I'm hopeful for this device. This, for me, it fills the expected gap. I look pretty pleased with that, don't I? It's got some decent definition on it, that camera, actually. Okay, let me know what you think. I'll obviously be back with a full video. We'll do a live stream as well, and we'll talk about it a bit more. Personally, I'd still wonder whether I just would get the black and white as a kind of like, yeah, that's going to be my e-reader. Don't need all the color features. But I do think that when you get into using different apps, if you're planning on using different apps, I do think the color screen would be a benefit rather than a hindrance. Obviously, with something like the Remarkable, you've got this mobile device and you've got a stylus to use on it as well. No, there's not going to be just immediately that a USI stylus could work on this screen. They are going to need to enable that type of feature. Don't hold your breath in this generation for a stylus enabled device at this size from either BigMe or Boox, but maybe in the future, and especially if this guy does well. Thanks once again to BigMe for sending that out, and I can't wait to test it out for you guys in the audience.